Welcome to the Lara Jane Layton Show. This podcast is for you, the person who keeps putting others first. Your self-talk has held you back. You no longer need to take a second seat. Let's explore ways to overcome self-doubt. You can silence that inner bully voice and achieve your full potential. Here's your host, Lara Jane.
Hi, friend. It's your host, Lara Jane and Angela for another challenge. And today we are going to talk about enlarging. Tell me about enlarging, Angela.
Great to be back, Lara Jane. Enlarging is a type of cognitive distortion, which is a list of unhealthy thought patterns invented by one of the founders of cognitive behavioral therapy, Aaron Beck. You don't need to know that. All you need to know is enlarging is when you take a single bad event and blow it out of proportion. So for example, if you get a parking ticket, it's no longer an inconvenience. It is the single worst thing that has ever happened to you. And maybe you should just quit your job and move into the mountains where you never have to see another person or car ever again. Have you ever done something like this?
I have never taken a parking ticket to that level, but absolutely. I have taken other things too. You know, one person says one little thing like, you're always in the way. And then for the rest of my life, whenever someone says, excuse me, I feel like I'm in the way. And I have made that like, I need to not be anywhere because I am always in the way. And one person wanted me to move over an inch. And all of a sudden, my whole life, I'm in the way. So I can definitely done this more than once.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the one where someone says something a little bit mean to you. Maybe it's not even intended to be mean. And you're like, that's it. I'm a failure as a human being and everyone hates me. It just gets enlarged.
Or you have one bad experience at a restaurant and you never go back.
Yes.
And
oh my God.
It was one little thing. And, has my own personal cooking been good every time? No. So why do I expect someone else to have that same level of perfection that I can't even reach?
And we're giggling about this because everyone does this, but you have to imagine, what is that person's life who every time something bad happens to them, they say, this is awful. I can never go back to that restaurant. I can never talk to her again. I can never do that activity. What kind of life do they have?
Not free. They're very caged by their own emotions and their own, because I cage myself. I here's something somebody said, I'm going to put a bar on me and I'm not going to move past that. I'm going to not approach that level again. And that doesn't help Lara Jane be a better person. That helps Lara Jane not be seen. And that's not, well, here, we want to be safe in all environments, not just in our cage. So any last minute words of wisdom about how we can get out of our cage by not enlarging everything?
Your challenge this week is to ask yourself, am I enlarging? Am I reacting in a way that's out of proportion to whatever the stressor is? And then your second challenge is to be nice to yourself, even though you're doing it.
I will be nice to myself. At least give me the opportunity to be nice to myself. I got to find more of those filters and just yank them out because those are where the unniceness comes. But I like this enlarging because I do know people that do it more than I do. And they live around it. And everything is so dramatic and so blown out of proportion that, and this is my thinking on theirs, because, to me, as when you can see it from the other side and not in your head, you can see where it might be out of proportion. But when it's in your head, it is life. It is what's going on. It's what you fear right now. And allowing yourself that space, oh, I'm enlarging again. I'm safe. I'm okay. How do I change this? So our challenge is going to be notice when you're enlarging. And once you become conscious about that process, then we can start switching it up and start feeling safe and start allowing ourselves to be okay. Because it's not bad to enlarge. It's what we all do. It's just how are we reacting to it? And if we're reacting to it in a limiting way, it's going to hold us back. But if we react to it in a, oh, there I go again, you're going to be able to get past it and move through. So, Angela, thank you for joining us. The information about you is in the show notes. And I am not a medical or mental professional. So thank you for joining and stay tuned for the next episode.
Are you tired of waking up exhausted? You are not alone. If you're looking to take your life back, let's start with the simple step of adjusting your self-talk. Stay tuned for the next episode with your host, Laura Jane. Remember to follow the show so you don't miss the next simple step that you can use to feel more confident. And please leave an honest review.